Speaking more isn't a goal, it's a hope. Hi, I'm Dr. Michelle Mazur, the CEO of Communication Rebel, where we help speakers make a bigger impact with their message while building a speaking business on their own terms. It's 2017 and the resolutions have been made. And maybe one of your goals this year is to be a speaker. And you see yourself speaking more. Well, what I know is that the more specific you are with your goal, the more likely you'll be able to obtain it. So I'm going to take you through my two-part process that I use with all of my clients on how to define their speaking vision and then set goals to get to that vision. Now, there is a workbook that you can download right underneath this video so you can write in it and walk through the steps with me. So the first part of setting your speaking goals for 2017 is getting clear on your vision. My friend and client, Missy Shropshire, uses this two-part question to help her clients define their vision, and it has honestly changed everything for me and my business. I ask this question about everything in my life. So the first part of this question is, on a scale of 1 to 10, how satisfied are you currently with your speaking business? Now, 1 on the scale is, it's in the toilet, Michelle. While 10 is, it's super fantastic, better than I could ever dream. So answer that question. How satisfied are you with your speaking business? Once you have that number in your head, I want you to imagine that I wave a magic wand and all of a sudden your speaking business is at a level 10. Woohoo! You are on fire. Now that you're at a level 10, what does that look like? How much are you speaking? What percentage of your revenue is coming from speaking? Where are you traveling to? Who are you speaking in front of? What does it sound like? What does it smell like? But most importantly, what does it feel like to you to have a speaking business that you are beyond satisfied with? Now pause this video and take a moment and define that vision. Are you back? Have your vision? Awesome, because that vision is the end point of our goal setting. So now that you have the vision, let's set some goals. And before we can look forward, I always feel like it's a great idea to look backwards. So the first question I have for you under goal setting is thinking about the last year, or if you're a 90-day year person, the last 3 months, how many times did you speak? Whether it was paid or not paid, it doesn't matter. How many speaking engagements did you have? Now that you have that answer, this one's a little bit more tricky. What percentage of your revenue came from speaking in 2016? So this might require you to go into your bookkeeping software or call your bookkeeper and find out exactly how much revenue you earned from speaking, and that way you have a percentage. And it might be 10%, it might be nothing. All of it's okay, because it's in the past. This is just giving us the baseline for where we're going next. And the next part of this goal setting process is setting good, better, best goals, which are my favorite type of goals. So now that you know where you've been, setting a good goal is based on your past year. So for instance, I just did this activity with a client and she realized that last year she made about 5% of her revenue from speaking. And I looked at her fees and said, what if we just doubled your fees? You would double your percentage of revenue. She doesn't need to get any more additional speaking gigs. She's just doubling what people pay her. And that is a good goal. It's something that is very simple. It's a low-hanging fruit. So if you're at 0%, maybe your good goal is landing one paid speaking gig in 2017, and that would feel really good. So set your good goal, the low-hanging fruit. Now set your better goal, which feels like a bit more of a stretch. Perhaps you want to have more speaking gigs. How many more? If you did 4 last year, maybe you're going after 6. Maybe you want to increase your revenue even more. But the one thing about a better goal for this year is you have to start doing things differently in order to obtain it. With a good goal, you can just simply put your eye on the prize of a new speaking gig or double your fee to double your revenue. But with a better and even a best goal, you have to start acting differently. And then the final is the best. So this definitely feels like a stretch. You would be thrilled if you obtained this goal, and you'd have to come up with a pretty good plan to get there. So set your good, better, and best goals. And there is a bonus level that I call Dance on the Roof Naked. Actually, my friend Amber McHugh of Nice Ops calls it Dance on the Roof Naked. And this is your vision. So this is your level 10 satisfaction. So maybe that's speaking around the world at 15 different gigs and 40% of your revenue coming from speaking. If that happened for you on 2017, you take off your clothes and dance on the roof because you'd be that excited. So now that you've set your good, better, best goals, it is time to take the next step and come up with an action plan to achieve those goals. The first thing I want you to do is assume that there are going to be bumps along the way, that a speaking gig that you desperately wanted can't pay you, or that you get rejected, or that the event gets canceled. Make sure you have a contingency plan so you can still go after your goals. But then you start working backwards. How many speaking gigs do you need to get to that revenue goal? How many pitches do you need to send out? What kind of speech do you need to create to get referrals so you don't have to do so much pitching? Develop your own action plan. Now, when you have that action plan in place, you know exactly the steps you have to take to get to your vision. And if you would like some extra help developing your speaking action plan, apply for a strategy session with me at drmichellemazur.com/speak. It is the best and fastest way to get clear on your goals and what you need to do to get there. So set those goals and go after them, because you, my friend, are running a speaking business and you have goals to obtain.